Hello and welcome. I saw a comment on my last video saying I should check out all the new crawlers as well as the extended cab of the D-Series Prerunner. And I figured I'd go ahead and give it a go since I did the normal version last video. And then I haven't really messed around too much with these guys unless it's been crawling. So I figured it'd be a good test. I will make a quick disclaimer. None of these are stock. The reason being is because they're just way too slow, even the Prerunner, to make all the jumps, but especially the crawler since they're set up for crawling. But suspension and everything is all standard. I'll go through the changes I made to all of them. But just to kind of show off what I mean, this is all stock. This is the Super Pig. So I'm just going to drive it just a smidge. So this is full throttle. So yeah, I didn't even quite clear that. We'll see how it does. I mean, well, I already know how it's going to do, but doesn't really make that triple there. Doesn't even really clear the table. So honestly, it's just not really all that fun to drive like this. So that's why I went through and modified all of them. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. So just to kind of show off, what I did. So the crawlers are all, I did the same thing on all of them, so I'll just show it off on the first one. I went through and for transmission, I put in the, I forgot to change this one actually. I did it for all the other ones though. But four-wheel drive transfer case, I also forgot to do this, but the medium stalk torque converter, and then for engine, I went in and put the stage 3 performance long block and the stage 1 supercharger for some speed. But those are the, oh, and I think that ECU I changed as well. But those are the only upgrades. Everything else is completely stock. Wait, what just happened? All right. That was weird. Anyway, let's get into it. One thing I will say right off the bat is I love the way that these trucks look when they turn, because like if you watch like the Baja 1000 or Stadium Super Trucks or any of that style of racing with these sort of trucks, or at least like the Prerunners, you will see that it does torque roll as well as have a lot of like body roll along with it, and it is very often that you'll see one wheel like that high up in the air, which is pretty neat. Feels a little more realistic. Trying to get a good angle so you can see it. That wasn't a good angle, but yeah, with these upgrades it's definitely way more fun to drive. Let's see, we'll probably, oh, didn't see it there either. Oh well. But yeah, honestly, I mean, the suspension handles everything fairly well, even though it's all set up for crawling. I mean, it could probably be a bit stiffer and whatnot, but you know, still pretty good. I still think the Hopper has the best suspension for this as far as all the default crawlers go, but this is still pretty fun. So go ahead and slow up for this double. Again, I've been playing this Bajarama track for such a long time now. Like back when it first came out on Rigs of Rods. That's like, I've been playing this map for that long. So yeah, I definitely kind of know every little nook and cranny at this point. There we go. There's some of that like torque roll, and body roll for the steering. Oop, came up short there. But yeah, I remember before really too many off-road vehicles were in this game, mods or standard, this was a very difficult track because, you know, pretty much you had like your rally cars and whatnot in like the off-road D series, but it's a pretty punishing track. Like, you really do need a lot. Oh wait, I was only gonna do one lap of each also, just because they do all act very similar since it's like the same setup and whatnot. Oops, keep doing that. I guess I'll go ahead real quick, make sure. Oh, that one's supposed to be 4-wheel drive. There we go. Everything else is good though. Go ahead and lock the diffs. Oops. I don't know if I should keep the front open or not, but I do like locking the diffs. I just feel like, I don't know, get a little more performance out of it. It kind of makes it more predictable in the corners. Oh yeah. I think keeping the front open is the way to go. So obviously this is the extended cab for the crawlers. This one personally, just do a quick look around to the front there, to show off the looks. I didn't quite clear that. Maybe I should have been in first. But anyway, this one's probably my favorite looking crawler. I just love the size of it. It's so cool. Sorry, focus is real. That was a pretty good drift. Didn't really come out of it too clean, but yeah, this is my favorite looking one just because it's so big. Like, it looks so satisfying when it's crawling up stuff. It really does kind of look like a spider because of the size. Alright. But yeah, again, I guess I don't know if anybody knows for sure, definitely leave a comment, but I would assume that the suspension actually is like tuned differently since this probably has more weight. I could be wrong, but yeah, I would assume that it's tuned differently just to compensate. Alright, I'm going to take the alternate line this time. There we go. Nice and smooth. Again, it's just, obviously, I mean, this channel, I kind of started off with just playing like motocross games and stuff in mind. So I'm very partial to any track that has rhythm sections and stuff. In this one, I mean, they're fairly simple. It's just, you know, double, 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 or double, triple, 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 you know. That's one lap with the extended cab. But I still really enjoy it. It's just the sense of flow you get when you're doing everything smooth. It's just so satisfying. Alright. This one feels really fast. But, oh. Going for a roll there. That is one thing you need to be careful of. Go ahead and reset that. And, I guess this one's not just that much faster, but it definitely weighs a lot less and has a shorter wheelbase, obviously, so it kind of just feels like it's flinging around. Definitely quite different than the extended cab. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, clear that. No problem. Nice and smooth. Oh, oh. Went for another roll there. I need to stop doing that. I can usually drive fairly well, or at least I would like to think fairly well, but I might not be doing it justice in this video. Alright. Yeah, suspension really just soaking up everything. Oh, and wow. Alright, I'm sorry. I need to settle down here. I'm just trying to put in heaters, I guess, even though, oh. That was a pretty cool crash. We'll keep that going. Alright. I do want to go back and hit that section again, though, since I didn't really clear it. Alright. Coming in a little squirrely. Oh. We crashed again. Landed it, though. Alright. Well, that's my bad. That's just me poorly driving. Alright. Someone in my last video commented and said, "Man, you know how to control a beast." And it did make me feel better about my driving in these games, but I feel like I'm just soiling that. Alright, let's take that alternate line again. That's probably my favorite. I just love how after this final double, you like do a single over like a dragon's back, sort of. Again, I said that in my last video. I guess it's kind of like motocross terms. Woo! But it's really smooth. And I think honestly it's a faster line if that's what you're going for, because if you take the line I did the first lap, which I'll take that line again with the Prerunner, but that like little dragon's back kind of pops you high, so you can't really get power to the ground. Alright. And a roll for good measure. Okay, so for this... Oops. Man, I keep doing that. Alright. So for this, I went in and I put in a four-wheel drive transfer case, put in a welded front differential, stage 1 supercharger, and I believe that is all I've done to it. Again, just to help out with some of the speed, because it is not quite fast enough to clear a lot of the jumps. Just keep it pinned through there, slide it around. Oh yeah, this feels like a smooth lap. Oh, actually I did forget one other upgrade. As you can see, I raised the RPM limit so it can rev higher than normal, just to try to get a little extra performance out of it. The only problem though, which we should be fine, I think, just doing one lap, but if you do that, it will, especially if you're buzzing it in those higher RPMs, it will overheat a lot faster. Like our temperature's already definitely creeping up a smidge. Alright, everything's so smooth so far though. Almost started to roll, but we're all good. If you're sliding into a corner like that and you kind of start to roll, try to break traction, like accelerate or whatnot, because then you won't, or at least you might not grip roll. It definitely does help. Alright, so this is again the normal line I usually take, but like I said, I like the alternate more because of this part right here. See how high that kind of pops you, and you just can't really get power to the ground? I don't know. Either way, I prefer the alternate line, and then not really multiple lines here. That'd be super cool if there was, though. Always a fan for multiple rhythm lines, as stated before. Big fan of motocross. Alright, and we've made it across the line. So that is every variant of the new D series tested, I guess except for the non-extended cab of the Prerunner, but I did that in the last video, so if you would like to see that, check out that one. Plus I have my other favorite off-road vehicles. If there's any more suggestions that anyone has, feel free to let me know. If they get a lot of likes and whatnot, then I'll definitely try to get to it. But that'll be all for now. Till next time.